Hernán Cortés, a name whispered in awe and terror. In 1519, this ambitious conquistador set sail from Cuba, his heart aflame with dreams of gold and glory. He commanded a ragtag force of adventurers, hardened soldiers and fortune-seekers. Their destination, the fabled empire of the Aztecs, a land shrouded in mystery and rumoured to overflow with riches. Cortés, a man of unwavering resolve and ruthless ambition, would stop at nothing to claim this prize for Spain and for himself. The journey was fraught with danger. Uncharted waters threatened to swallow their ship's whole. Mutiny simmered among the crew. Cortés, however, remained undeterred. He quelled dissent with a mix of charisma and iron will. His gaze never wavered from the horizon fixed upon the prize that awaited him. The Aztec Empire, a beacon of civilization in the New World, was ruled by the enigmatic Montezuma. From his capital city of Tenochtitlan, a glittering metropolis built on a lake, Montezuma commanded a vast and powerful empire. Its warriors were famed for their ferocity, its wealth whispered in legends across the ocean. Little did Montezuma know that destiny, in the form of Spanish ships, was sailing inexorably towards him. The Spanish ships finally landed on the shores of Mexico. They were greeted by emissaries of Montezuma. Their feathers shimmered, their gold glinted, confirming every tale of Aztec opulence. Cortés, ever the strategist, knew that to conquer this mighty empire he needed to exploit its weaknesses. He would turn the Aztecs against themselves. Cortés forged alliances with indigenous tribes who chafed under Aztec rule. The Totonacs, the Tlaxcalans, these subjugated people saw in Cortés a chance for liberation. They pledged their warriors to his cause, adding their strength to his growing army. Together, they marched inland, an unlikely alliance bound by a shared enemy. The air grew heavy with tension as they neared Cholula, a key city allied with the Aztecs. Rumors of treachery reached Cortés, whispers of an ambush planned within the city walls. Whether fueled by genuine fear or calculated ambition, Cortés acted decisively. He ordered his men to attack. What followed was a massacre. Thousands of unarmed Cholulans, men, women and children, were slaughtered in the streets, the air filled with the stench of blood and the screams of the dying. This act of barbarity sent shockwaves through the region. It announced to all that Cortés was not a liberator but a conqueror. He would achieve his goals through any means necessary. Tenochtitlan, a city unlike any other. It rose from the heart of Lake Texcoco, a testament to Aztec engineering and artistry. Causeways connected the city to the mainland, canals served as its streets, and towering temples pierced the sky. When Cortés and his men arrived at its gates, they were awestruck. Montezuma, uncertain of whether to greet Cortés as a god or an enemy, chose diplomacy. He welcomed the Spaniards into his city, offering them gifts of gold and feathers. Cortés, however, saw through the grandeur. He recognized the fear that lurked beneath Montezuma's hospitality. The Aztec emperor, held captive by superstition and fear, became a pawn in Cortés's game. But the Spanish conquest was not without its setbacks. Pedro de Alvarado, a lieutenant of Cortés, driven by paranoia and greed, ordered the massacre of Aztec nobles during a religious festival. The city erupted in fury. The Aztecs, finally realizing the true nature of the Spanish threat, rose up in rebellion. As the sun set over Tenochtitlan, the city transformed into a battlefield. The once serene canals now echoed with the cries of war. The Aztecs, fueled by betrayal and anger, launched a relentless assault on the Spanish invaders. The air thickened with the scent of burning wood and the metallic tang of blood. Cortés and his men, though outnumbered, fought with the desperation of cornered animals. They fortified themselves within Montezuma's palace, their sanctuary turned prison. The Spanish leader, ever the strategist, knew that brute force alone would not secure victory. He needed to break the spirit of the Aztec warriors. Inside the palace, Montezuma, the fallen emperor, was a shadow of his former self. The weight of his choices hung heavy on his shoulders. Desperation led Cortés to a cruel gambit. He forced Montezuma to address his people to quell their rebellion, but the emperor's words fell on deaf ears. Stones and arrows were his people's response, a final rejection of their once revered leader. The siege dragged on, days bleeding into nights, each more harrowing than the last. The Spaniards, now starving and weary, faced an uncertain fate. Yet, amidst the chaos, Cortés's resolve remained unbroken. He whispered promises of glory and riches to his men, urging them to hold on just a little longer. And then, a turn of fate. Reinforcements arrived from the coast, Spanish ships cutting through the waters of Lake Texcoco. Hope flickered in the eyes of the besieged. With renewed strength, Cortés devised a daring escape. Under the cover of darkness, they fought their way to the causeways, leaving a trail of destruction in their wake. Tenochtitlan, once a jewel of Mesoamerica, now lay in ruins. The city's spirit, however, remained unbroken. The Aztecs, though battered, vowed to reclaim their land. The story of their resistance would echo through the ages, a testament to their enduring strength and resilience. But for Cortés and his men, the conquest was far from over. The bloodshed was just beginning, and the true cost of their ambition had yet to be paid. Call to action, subscribe, and like Emgotvhistory for more stories.